Okay. Hello. Hello, everybody. It has been a while. I'm going to say maybe about 2 weeks since I've done anything. So welcome. Hi. Hope you're all having a good day. Good day, good night, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Yes, it's been a while since I've done anything, and that is because I've been very busy doing things. But now, I will be able to do more things. There will be some more videos, eventually. In future, hopefully, there will be some more videos. But, as for today, as the DRAGONFEst has started, I thought it'd be a good time to come back and start getting a little back more into it a bit, because I've been, like I said, I've been very busy with some more personal things. So, without further ado, I'm gonna just double check that everything's all good. I mean, of course I checked before stream as well, but where's settings? There it is. Just making sure there's no music playing here. Background. Yep. Awesome. We're all set. We're all ready. We're all good. Alright. That's how you know it's been 2 weeks since I've played as well. I got the welcome back thing, which, I mean, nice. But alright, let's get into this. Let's do the full burst battle dragon dust up. I'm gonna try and get, I feel this is the one that's probably gonna be the most broken in this would probably be Maridon with Electro Drift, right? I can also see Gudra being pretty good and just an unkillable odd. Garchomp would also be pretty good with the dragon build, as you just keep pushing and shoving and pushing and shoving. Duraludon, probably not so much, in all honesty. Because, again, that Pokemon's whole thing is basic attacks, and kind of the same thing with Dracopult. But Dracopult has a lot of range, and Astonish can deal decent damage, so I'm going to try and do some Dracopult games and see how that goes. I feel like for this build to be slightly different, you know, considering you have full cooldowns on everything pretty much. So, I don't know. Well, if we get into one, we can test, wait and see. Hello! Hi! It's been a while since I've done anything. How have you been? I hope you've been well. I personally have been fairly busy the past 2 weeks with more stuff, but I have time. I'm all good now, so not so much Unite stuff, more personal things going on. But I've also been like trying to keep in mind, okay, with all the new changes, because there's been so much that's happened in the past 2 weeks, because there's been the Dragon event, there's been stuff with Ceruledge, there's been the patch that happened recently, which is crazy good. I haven't tested out anything with the new patch, so I'm probably going to be doing more of that. Like, they ticked a lot of the right boxes with that. Like, the reason they buffed Metagross, right, was because it was performing not super great, but it was still already really good where it was. And then the buff to Gyro Ball has just made it crazy good again. I agree. Mew was insanely good. Mew was crazy. It needed those nerfs. Gyarados' Unite move, I really did like the cooldown increase to that. Tyranitar finally got the love he's been needing for ages now. I've seen videos from like both Spraggles and Chris Heroes, and they're already saying how much better Tyranitar is. Spraggles also did a really good video discussing all of the changes, which is really good. Yeah, Tyrant, like, for the playstyle you'd need to play Tyranitar, it just did not line up with how squishy he felt in so many situations. Yeah, like, his whole thing was kind of like going through shields, getting shields with, like, ancient power and stuff. But with so many Pokemon that have the ability to shred and push him around, he just got really, really destroyed. But his full sand build got a huge buff. Huge buff. So, yeah. He's performing pretty well now. He's very good in lane, apparently, I've heard. Probably best to go top with him if you're stacking. But yeah. Alright, let's try... Oh, what? Oh gosh, we can all just be the same Pokemon? Yeah, I would say so. Because Tita, like, one, I believe all of his defenses got buffed as well as his attack, right? But mostly his defenses is what was buffed. So he can do pretty well in lane now. Kind of similar to Gibble in a way. But the big thing about it is you're level 5 now when you get Stone Edge. The Stone Edge can go crazy. Again, I haven't seen much or tested things. This is all stuff that I've heard. So I'll have to test it out for I'll have to test it out for myself and see how that goes. Alright, go Astonish. I'll go Bot. Why not? Oh, even the basic attacks are going really strong here. Okay. There's already a top objective. Wow. Okay. Alright, I got Dragon Dance. I feel like Dragon Dance would be very good for this. Damn it. Got caught. Extreme speed. Dragonite Outrage is going to be pretty good with this. Or even just... What is it? Dragon Dance. Dragon Dance is going to be super good with it. Oh boy. Ah, it got me. Oh well. Alright, Dragon Breath, Dragon Dance. This would be pretty good. The only thing that can really mess it up is the defenders and, of course, Dragonite with extreme speed. That's the only thing that I can see really messing this build up. Alright. Yeah. Dragonite's gonna be super good. Alright, well, Goodra's also gonna be a super good choice. I think Miraidon's probably not as great, but Electro Drift is still gonna be very good. My goodness. That is insanely impressive. Alright, let's see how we go with this. Ah, damn it. Electro Drift got me. Yeah, it is some hefty damage. Thank you. Thank you for the congrats. I'm looking forward to talking to people and helping them improve as best as they can. Oh god. Oh, damn. Yeah, that stun is crazy good. What is in the middle? Rayquaza. Yeah, makes sense. Okay. They're definitely just going to be ripping this, right? Damn it, he got it. Damn, you. Big counters in this would be Gudra and Dragonite. That extreme speed is something else. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, we're really struggling. Really, he left? Did he kind of explain why at all, or did he just dip? Man. And he streams daily as well, so that's kind of rough. I do wonder what made him want to leave, though. Demanded him. I mean, fair enough, I guess. Man. I mean, fair enough. Like, if he's just wanting to focus a lot more on his, like his own stuff and his own kind of image as more of a, you know, like similar to like what Spraggles and like Chris Heroes do, where they're very independent with their stuff. Like, if he's wanting to do that, sure, but like you're saying, like his community has a lot of infighting among themselves. So at the very least, I hope it will kind of go in. Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, mm, they're free to do what they want to do, I guess. Only a warning. Gee, like, cause, mm, see, the thing that makes me concerned about that is because a lot of people who play this game are, you know, like teens and stuff as well, right? So they could have been streaming that to someone who, you know, might not or should not be seeing that stuff yet and things like that. And it's, even if they are, I guess, quote unquote, of age, it's not good habits to get into. Especially streaming it and watching it with people, oddly. That's really not. Yeah. Like, I wish him luck with everything that he's doing. I really do. And it can be rough when you get your first community and it's kind of not what you expected at all. Like when, for example, when I started streaming, I thought I was going to be streaming to no one for ages, and then of course you joined in, you know, and then I started talking to you, and then you were saying, "Hey, would you like to join my squad?" I'm like, you know what, if it's more people that are like into Unite, I'm more than happy to. And then like everyone in there is super nice, super energetic about it, and very kind to one another that I've seen so far, which is really nice. So, in terms of content creation, from I guess, from my point of view, what I've had, I'd say it's been very good for me currently. And like even on YouTube, like I've been getting pretty moderate views and stuff, which is nice, and I've gotten some decent people commenting and things like that, which again, it's very lovely to see, and I'm grateful for the kind of people that I've been interacting with thus far inside of my content creation that I've been doing, and I'm very happy with everything that I've been doing. I'm very grateful for it. And like it's God, you saying that makes me worried about how much I have missed. Oh my god, this is battle that I lost for ages. Oh no, I have Regidrago. Yeah, we're fine. Bottom doesn't seem to be doing too good. Power whip time. Really? So everyone's just kind of up and leaving, huh? Okay, Gudra's a good counter to Dragonite. I wasn't doing too great just then, but still. Couldn't fill it out. Like, how so? Like, wouldn't or couldn't? Ah, okay. Got it. Learning problems in, I guess, in what way is important to realize? Like, so he just had trouble learning new things, retaining new information. Yeah. Because I know it can be hard for people to feel like they can be a part of a community when they feel like they will, I guess, learn things at a slower pace. But there's absolutely no shame in pace of learning, because everyone learns differently, you know? But yeah, from what it sounds like, it's been pretty, I guess, inconsistent thus far. Like, we still have how many people in the squad so far? I haven't actually looked for myself in a little bit. So how many people do we still have? All right. Okay, yeah. Like still, 11's a great number. Like, and personally, for me, this is just my opinion. It doesn't matter how like big it is, especially at the beginning, because the people who stick around from there are the people who actually mean it and actually want to stick with. There's gonna be people who like come in and then maybe I hang out for a bit, but then something might not be right, and then they like just up and leave, and all of it is circumstantial and how different people are in these kind of situations. And like some people can like see it and be like, yeah, I'm up for this, but then it might take like maybe a couple weeks, and then it's more of a realization, do I really want to do this? And like for me, I have a lot of things like more personally, you could say, which make it a little bit hard to stay focused on one thing at a time. So like when I first wanted to, I was smashing out streams practically daily, and I was trying to do videos like every week, and then I started doing it like every second day. But then it got to a point where I kind of crashed, and then no matter how hard I tried, I could not bring myself to do it for like 2 weeks. And from that, I was just doing stuff that could help me kind of recoup from it. Because something that I struggle with is keeping up a consistent schedule as well as keeping up the energy. So something that I need to try and figure out how to do is what I figure out a kind of structure that I can do where I can do this reliably as well as maintain a a good amount of energy when I do it. Over 2 months, okay. Like in a situation like that, they could have just completely forgotten as well if they haven't been in any conversation. Oh, okay. So, but that's not good. If willingly not really saying anything can be a bit. How do they keep responding? Do they keep saying, "Oh, I'll get around to it," or do they like kind of say, "Oh, yeah, okay." That's totally fine. I was just trying to get a bit of a gauge on like kind of because if they and then she does her own thing. Ah, okay. So she might just be super focused on her own thing, which complete respect, complete and utter respect for that. And it can be super tiring if you try and do your own thing. And you know, I'm still wanting to like try and do my own thing because I've been wanting to do more videos up on my channel, but I'm trying to figure out exactly what I want to be talking about. And I think something that might be good because I was looking through all these different channels, like again, channels like Spraggles and like Chris Heroes and Teeds and things like that, and they do a lot of current things that are currently happening. Like when Cerulege was out on the public test server, they all practically did a video on that. And then there was like current things of the patch changes and all that. But something that I haven't really seen is like a full in-depth guide on one Pokemon. Spraggles did do one for Dodrio recently, but I don't. That's something that I haven't seen a whole lot of, like a full overview. How fast all the Pokemon can clear center. That I guarantee someone's done that in like a short or something. Because I've seen shorts of like who can go from the top to the bottom the quickest. Oh, you know what? Let's do an all Dragonite team. This would be good. That's true. I could also make it. Oh, I could do another tier list in regards to like best junglers, best top, best bottom, which is already kind of what Heroes does when he does a tier list. But I have realized I haven't done an updated one, and it might be good to do that considering there were the changes. However, before I do that, I need to make sure I know everything about the changes and how it actually impacts the Pokemon's presence inside of the game, which can be hard. It can be difficult to place these things. I feel as though the last tier list I did, some of it was good, some of it wasn't as, I guess, as accurate as some things. I remember I placed Zarina super low, but I think Zarina was actually a bit better at the time. It was just because one, I barely saw anyone playing Zarina, and then two, just past things with that. You kind of know what I mean? Got it. Alright, I have to back out. Decided to go Dragonins because one, we have 4 Dragonites, and we kind of need some different playstyle right now. Okay, there we go. I am currently running a build for the other one that I have. The other build, sorry, like Outrage and but I mean, if we're all gonna be running, yeah, Outrage. Okay, no, we got 2 Dragon Dance and 2 Outrage. Oh boy. Because I'm thinking of maybe doing Hyper Beam. Oh, I should have just backed out. Yeah, everyone who kind of does this Holloway usually goes Outrage, don't they? Because, you know, it matches with the aesthetic, like, perfectly. Alright, let's head bot here. And, like, it just gets full power. Oh, is no music playing? I've just kind of seen that. Do we? I did see that. I did see that you said that we got a brother-sister squad. Which is cool. More people to interact with. Checking that. No music is playing. That's, oh god, that's weird. Because I have it in my ears and I have it on OBS and it says it's doing it. Oh my goodness. Alright, well, after this, I'll have to quickly go in and see how it is and try and fix it as best I can. Oh no, I'm dead. Oh well. Yeah, it's like growing at the same time. That can be cool. That can be good. Okay. They're probably gonna try and score down here, right? Oh my goodness. Alright, well. Yeah. I think that is a clear victor in terms of which build to go. As you know, you can just kind of spam that. However, it doesn't mean this build isn't bad for this. Because, like, again, you still have all of this and you still get all your damage increase. It can be good for, like, that. But, again, once you're just jumped on, you just die. Which, my goodness. But, you know, that's the point of this. You test things out. We have a 4 Dragonite team. This is ridiculous. Yeah. I didn't actually look too much at the held items I was running. I just wanted to get in and do it. You can score this. Nope. No. It is a lot better at running away, though. I will say that. And like kind of being from over here. But it's too slow for like a full fury battle thing. Like it would be good at ripping objectives, but at the same time, you would just play Outrage. So, you know, a 4 Dragonite team. That was silly. All right, let's have a look at this music real quick. Now, why aren't you musicking? Music monitor and output. Monitor and output. Because if I have it like there, it might be too loud. How's that? You can hear the music now? Should be good. Should be Scooby-Doo definition. A little bit louder? Maybe like there. Maybe there. Whoa, straight into another one. That should be good, right? That's good. That's good. Awesome. I was just a bit worried about music in the past because I know it can be a bit too loud or a bit too quiet, and but hopefully that's good. That's a good spot for it. Yeah, again, Dragonite's gonna be really good for this. Gudra. Gudra's also really good. Who do I want to go with? Do I want to go with Dragapult, Dragonite, Garchomp? Oh, looking at it again. We don't have an attacker per se. So, oh, Garchomp would do amazing in this. Garchomp would do so good. In all honesty. Because Garchomp has the same kind of ability that like Dragonite does, where it can push, and shove, but it's practically a defender in this mode. Especially, well, only really if you're doing the dragon build. And if you were to do, I can do a Garchomp game after this one. Thundershock. Grab this. Oh. We got an AFK. Okay. Nice. Alright, Electro Drift time. And I'm out of here. Alright. Alright. 4. Nice. Oh boy. Ah, damn it. Really? Do you really think so? I don't know. You know, I don't know if I fully agree with that. Because I understand the kind of perspective where like it can feel a lot weaker, but at the same time, I managed to take down impact wise. You mean like how it impacts the game overall? I have no idea if that's actually that I missed all of that. Okay, like no, yeah, I see that. Like Moradon can, I guess, struggle a little bit. Oh, he was not happy with me. I don't know. I guess there's also because there's a lot of like other attackers out there that kind of do the job Moradon already does. And I guess there can be a lot more consistency with it. Oh, jeez. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, come on, he was so close. I mean, that was pretty good though. Yeah, spin dashing all over the place. You do kind of feel, I mean, look how quickly you get it back, you know? And like, you could play this, or you could play, you know, Zoroark. you know? And Zoroark can be a lot better because you can also get out of situations a lot easier. Like, I would choose. Like, I would probably choose a better. I'm trying to find the wording for it. I would choose a better Zacian than I would choose a better um than a better Miraidon, like, any day. Because a better Zacian knows what they're doing and they know how to do a lot of things. And they can be extremely versatile with where they go, what they do. Whereas with Miraidon, it kind of feels like a one-trick pony at times. We'll make it. We'll Sonic our way there. Oh, I actually scored it. Yeah, I'm not surviving that though. But yeah, like, Zacian can be a lot more versatile, you know? I did have a look at it, and I wasn't too sure if it would be something that you'd also want the coaches to fill out, just for, you know, just like a bit more idea of like kind of how we think. It's been a while since I've looked at it, because I looked at it when you first sent it through. God, I have to scroll back a little bit. Let's have a look, because I know one of the questions were to do with Rayquaza. There it is. Let me have a look at it again. Three attackers in your squad. Is that the question you're referring to? Really? Like what? Like, what are some examples, I guess, of what you've gotten? In what way do you mean worst? Like, in terms of course, reply, but of what was written? Because, like, I do like a lot of these questions. Like, your team lost the right fight. What do you do in this situation? How do you prevent the opponent from scoring? And, like, there are some really good things that they can say. They would, like, on a team. Right. Yeah, that. Yeah, but that's where, you know, things like coaching and like talking to one another come into play, so they can like understand a bit more like what makes a solid team. You know, like a team of 4 Dragonite isn't as good as a team with like a Dragonite, a Gudra, a Miraidon, and a Garchomp. To put it into current context. Yeah, I'll grab Gudra. Yeah. Like, tank and support play a crucial role in so many instances of playing in play, you know? Because without it, well, how are you planning on making sure everyone has survivability? And then of course you could like play support, but at the same time, where is your CC coming from? And yes, there's like some occasional cases where some attackers have CC moves. Like, sure, you could consider Blaze Kick to be CC, but is it really? Like, to the extent of a Gudra or a Mamoswine or a Blastoise, you know, those are essential things that you need on a team. Otherwise, the whole structure just kind of falls apart. And, like, I'm not saying you can't perform, like, bad with a whole team of that, but there's better situations in which you would go for a team, and I don't see a reason why you would willingly choose that kind of team for yourself. Oh boy. I tried to tackle first, but it just didn't reach. But yeah, like, saying that you'll also play an attacker, you're kind of part of the problem. It... In a nice way. In a nice way. Like, if you see that and you decide, you know what, I'm going to play attacker, it's either like you're not really caring about the outcome of the game, and like, yeah, exactly. If you're playing competitively, then you need to have understanding of what a good team composition looks like. Otherwise, you're going to get games where everyone's just playing attacker, and then you're like, oh my goodness, how did we lose? And the other team comprised of like a Hooper, a Blastoise, and like a Glaceon, and... in an Eldegoss or something, you know? And like, your team consisted of a Greninja, a Cinderace, a Miraidon, and I don't know, like a Ninetales, and you think to yourself, why did we lose? But Ninetales is a good example of like CC in an attacker form, right? Because it has things that, you know, can do well. It has Blizzard, it has Avalanche, it has all those kind of things. But it's so unbelievably squishy. Yet, and then when you play defenders, they're super tanky. Like, right here. This is a prime example. You know? And like, okay, yeah, your night move to stay alive for longer. Like, a Ninetales wouldn't be able to hold their own in this situation. Like, I'm barely managing to hold on in this situation. But that was because there was like 2 of them. And like, I'm a defender. Oh boy. Oh, and of course he ran off right at the end. That's alright. And like, in a situation like this, if you're all attackers, you're all just ripping. But who's stopping the other team from trying to steal? Who is getting that pesky Decidueye, you know? Yeah, like, learning for different people can take a while, and it's okay for that to take time, because everyone has different learning curves. Everyone can understand things either better or slower. It's all just, it comes from a place of wanting to know, and that's really what kind of separates it, you know? Like, do you want to know how to play the game properly? Are you willing to learn? Are you willing to take constructive criticism? Things like that are what help you do it. But at the same time, like, don't believe everything someone tells you, because you also need to learn how to form your own opinions about this thing. If you only ever take what one person tells you, like, then you're never really forming your own kind of opinions about things, or things like that. Of course, talking from an objective standpoint, you can say this Pokemon is objectively currently the best in the game, and then someone else could see something completely differently and say that. And if you only ever follow one person and only ever think what they're going to think and say, then you're always going to be looking for that to like kind of tell you how to think and how to do those things, which is why it's important to have open-minded coaches and things like that, open-minded team members who will talk to you about these things and be like, hold on, that's like, if you're saying something, like, let's say this person's like, oh yeah, Cinderace is by far the best in the game for this reason, this reason, and this reason, and yes, like, to their experience, yeah, they could perform super well with it, so of course they're going to think like they're the best in the game. And like, when it comes to that kind of conversation, it's important to keep in mind how they think in that. Because you also don't want to be like, that's stupid, Cinderace is not the best, because that can start arguments, which is the last thing that you want to do, because then it causes strain within the team. Like, if someone says, I genuinely think Cinderace is the best, and like you look at their profile and they have like an 80% win rate with Cinderace, of course they're going to think it's the best. But how and what way is it the best? It's the best Pokemon for them. They think it's the best because it's the one that matches their playstyle the best. And there could be someone else saying, you know what, I think Buzzwole is the absolute best. And like, yeah, that person could be playing and have like again, an 80% win rate. And to them, Buzzwole is the best because it's the Pokemon that they play the best and they have the most fun playing. However, it is very different when you're talking about an objective standpoint where you look at all the win rates of Pokemon throughout the game and you say, okay, well, clearly this one is the best performing right now. And it's also good to keep that stuff in mind. Like, you see, like, Meowscarada. I personally don't play well with Meowscarada. However, I know Meowscarada is absolutely insane of a Pokemon to have in your team. Same goes with Pokemon similar to... Let's go with... What's another good example? Aegislash. Aegislash can be a very hard Pokemon to learn. It can be a very hard Pokemon to understand when you're meant to jump in. Because, again, its whole thing is switching between offense and defense, which is why it's a harder Pokemon to learn. Because a lot of people just want to kind of go in, use their abilities, things like that. And with Aegislash, you can have so many different builds on this. You can do a full crit build, you can do a full attack build, you can go for just a full defense build if you really want. If you're aiming more for like CC, it's like a good build for that would probably be like Sacred Sword, Wide Guard, because Wide Guard pushes people around, Sacred Sword lifts them up, and then you can do a good damage, which is why something like Scope Lens or Weakness Policy, Razor Claw, what I currently have is a pretty decent build. For that, for this build, I would probably run something like Shadow Claw Wide Guard, and I tried the Iron Head Bust a while ago. It is good. However, if your team doesn't have that much CC, you need to know how to adapt. See, if your team doesn't have much CC and you're deciding, you know what, I'm going to play Aegislash this game, think about what your team can do. You need that awareness. So if your team has no CC, the best thing you can do, Sacred Sword Wide Guard, because that throws people up and pushes them to somewhere else and stops them from going somewhere. Which means it's good for chasing, it's good for setting things up for your team. Like, if we were to have a whole team of, I don't know, like Greninja, Talonflame, Glaceon, Hooper, and Mimikyu, none of them have any CC at all. And like, yeah, you could argue that could be a decent team comp, because like, you know, you have a supporter, you have a defender, you have an all-rounder. Wait, no, you wouldn't have a defender with that. My bad. You have an attacker, you have a speedster, you have a support, and you have an all-rounder, and you also, like, you have 2 attacks, right? However, none of that has any CC. Yes, some of those Pokemon can combat well with each other. However, you need to consider everything the Pokemon can do, and if someone else is already doing that role. So we'll have a look. We have Talonflame, Mimikyu, right? Both of them do very similar things, but very differently. Both of them are assassins. Mimikyu is very good at shredding, and is very good at going from one person to another. I would argue Mimikyu might be better than Talonflame in some instances. That's just the thing. You need to know how to adapt your playstyle and adapt the moves that you choose with Pokemon based on the opposing team. So let's go Talonflame. Right. Talonflame, you can do Flame Charge, Fly. That probably has the most maneuverability out of everything. Then you can also do Aerial Ace, Brave Bird, and you can also interchange these to be like Flame Charge, Brave Bird, or Aerial Ace, Fly, things like that. And recently, Aerial Ace, Fly has been seeing a bit more play and has been going, you know, substantially well, because it's very good at surprising people, jumping on them, and then Aerial Ace Basic, and then the only issue with that is then you're left kind of out in the open. You don't really have anything to get out with, which is why it's very good for assassinating Pokemon who are either super squishy or already low on health. And like, if we have a look at Mimikyu, if these two are on the same team, they are doing very similar roles. Because what Mimikyu does, it's very similar. Play rough, Shadow Claw, you're jumping in on someone, you're trying to shred the damage. Play rough, someone's low, awesome, go in, do that. Shadow Sneak, again, very similar. Throw it on someone, you go in, and then you would either do play rough or Shadowclaw. Now, Shadowclaw's build itself is a lot more tanky, where you would run in and you would just try and shred them, right? Which can be the difference. But we already have a Greninja, right? So instead of either Talonflame or Mimikyu, that's when you would put something in like a Defender. And then all of a sudden, the whole thing changes, right? Let's say we had a Greninja, a Trev, a Hooper, a Mimikyu, and a Glaceon, right? That team already does substantially better. So we have a Glaceon. You know, Glaceon's always a very good pick. It is squishy, but its passive is super good. Lets it kind of get away, get out of jail free card. You have Greninja, which very same thing. However, it can also play an assassin build if you need to. Very good at distance, very good at survivability as well with Water Shuriken if played well. And then we have Trev. So let's say if someone jumps on the Greninja or someone jumps on the Glaceon, then you have your Trevenant to kind of CC them and stop them, which also gives the other two more opportunity to, you know, attack, shred, rip, do whatever. And then you have your Hooper, right? And Hooper is an amazing support right now. For multiple reasons. You can either play Trick to put on one of your attackers so they can get out of the situation easier, or you can put it on your defender to be a bit more oppressive. Or if you're playing Hyperspace, or you can put it on, put your defender and attackers back, and they come back with full health. With that, I'd probably want to prioritize, well, it all depends on the situation, right? If you're in a safe situation, everyone's low health, you just chuck on the portal, make everyone go back. Then they would come back to the same place in all full health. However, in a situation where you're in the middle of a team fight, your priority should always be, I'm going to say your attackers. Because and again, this is all dependent on the defenders you have. So Trev, he's very good at staying alive. Extremely good at staying alive. And you would run, you know, if you're doing Curse, Pain Split, or even Horn Leech, they can stay alive for long periods of time. And then this is where your Pokemon Mimikyu would also come in handy. So let's say everyone's going for the team fight, and then let's say your Greninja and Glaceon got someone super low health, but then they're moving away. Mimikyu can then sneak in and get that kill if they're going too far away with something like, what is it called again? Shadow Sneak, right? Yeah, with something like Shadow Sneak. Or simply you can just chase as Greninja or Glaceon. And again, with Trevenant, if it's near Trevenant, Trevenant will be able to CC them and bring them back to the fight. There's a lot of different things you can do with that. However, if you had a team without Trev, that's more thrown out of the window, because who's protecting your attackers? Hooper can only support you for so long until you're absolutely ripped apart. And then Mimikyu has less chances to jump on people because everyone is still at full health. A defender in that team comp makes it so that team fights are more possible. And of course you can play games without a defender and still do well as long as you play well. But exactly, there's so much to learn. There is so much awareness that you need to have when playing this game. It is insane. It's the same with other MOBAs like League. You need awareness to know where you're meant to go, what you're meant to do. And something that is always been annoying me. People don't understand the difference between a special attacker and a physical attacker. Because you see a Charizard running Choice Scope, or Choice Lens, sorry, and you wonder why. It's because what they simply do, they come in here and they read the description of it, right? Adds a minimum of 60 damage to moves when they hit. Oh, awesome. And then the higher the Pokemon special attack this is, the more additional damage is increased. Oh, okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and raise my special attack, therefore when I do something like Flare Blitz or Fire Blast at the very beginning, not Blast, you know, the first move that it gets, I'm having kind of a mind blank, flare something, flame burst. You know, it gets flame burst. Okay, so that will do more damage, as well as flare blitz if I do that in fire punch. Yeah, so of course that would be a great idea. However, because they're coming here with the knowledge of Pokemon, right? Attack and special attack. If you make your special attack higher, then of course it's gonna like, you would use that instead. Looking at something like flamethrower, hey look, that's a special attack move, I'll do that. But, and this is assuming people come over with that knowledge. Or it could also just be that people simply just don't understand what the hell items do, and they just put things on that might sound good. Which is why you see so many people running bad builds. Either that or they're just griefing. But one of the next videos that I have planned is going to be going over the fundamentals of Unite and like the 10 kind of rules that you need to go over to ensure that you're playing, I guess, correctly, in a sense. And like, number one, knowing the difference of your roles. You know what an attacker's purpose is, know what an all-rounder's purpose is. You need to know what the purpose of each role is and what you need to be doing when you're playing as them. And then of course during that I need to, like, you'd have to discuss the differences, and like, not all speedsters are the same, not all rounders are the same. Some of them need to evolve, some of them don't, some of them take a lot longer to evolve but has a lot more payoff in the end, some of them are super good early but kind of fall off near the end, things like that. And then I would have to go, okay, there's a big difference between special attack and physical attack. That is everything in a game. That, well, not everything, but you kind of get what I mean when I say that. There's a lot of people who go to, you know, Lapras, and they decide to run something like Muscle Band, which, yeah, okay, pardon me. You can kind of see the thought process behind that, but things like Muscle Band don't exactly work as well on Lapras as like, I don't know, like these items right here, Silk Spoon, Special Attack Specs, and Focus Band, because its whole thing is staying alive, getting its health back, and you know, they're also dealing damage. It is good at dealing damage. Water Pulse, Ice Beam, Perish Song, Ice Beam, all that's super good. Bubble Beam's also very good. Lapras is a good Pokemon. It's just been falling off a little bit more and more as a lot of other things keep getting buffs and things get nerfs, and now that Blastoise has gotten nerfed, I can see Lapras playing a little bit more. But not to fulfill its role, because Blastoise is very CC heavy. Lapras is very much be annoying in your face, don't die kind of way, and can also deal some insane CC with its Unite move, as well as Bubble Beam and Ice Beam. Of course, it's not to the level that Blastoise is or was, but it's still very good. And I feel as though one of the reasons Blastoise is still going to be extremely good is because of that CC. Like, nothing can push people around just as much as Hydro Pump Surf can. And considering the fact that they did not nerf the cooldowns either, it's going to be just as oppressive as before. Yeah, Water Spout and Rapid Spin is going to be worse now. Like, probably a lot worse now with the nerfs. But I feel as though Hydro Pump Surf is still going to be just as good as before. And like, discussing the differences between, okay, what makes Pikachu a good attacker? What makes Dragapult a good attacker? They're both very different. However, all of them have the same kind of priority. Deal damage, you know? And an all-arounder, it can have many different ideas. It can deal damage, annoy the team, stay alive, use your Unite, like things like that. Support. And it depends on which support you're playing. It can be heal your team, annoy the enemy team, stun the enemy team, things like that. It all depends on what support you play. And then if you play a defender, almost every defender has something in common, and that is CC moves, right? So we got Blastoise very early on and has a CC move. We have Slurbo, whichever path you really go onto, except for Scald Amnesia. It doesn't really have CC, but again, it has an amazing Unite move, which holds people in place, which is the best CC you can possibly ask for. And then if you want to go full CC, you can do Surf Telekinesis, which is a full hindrance and can deal decent damage. And then you go over to Lapras. Again, not much CC within its moves, however it can do hindrances such as Bubble Beam and Ice Beam, where it either keeps people in place or slows down their movements. And Lapras is good with offense with either Power Song or Water Pulse, so it's kind of more of that tanky attacker in a sense. Then you have Pokemon like Snorlax, which is very, very CC heavy. Heavy Slam, block, survivability, those are what makes Snorlax and can make it a very good, just a very good all-round choice, but it can be pretty basic and feel kind of underwhelming at times. However, it is still a good option for that. The only difference is that it's not going to be doing as much damage as something like a Blastoise or a Lapras. And then we go to Umbreon, right? Umbreon, again, doesn't have that much CC unless you were to play Foul Play and Snarl, which can be insane. And then also Mean Look. Actually, I take back what I said. It has a lot of CC because Mean Look can keep someone in place, which again is one of the best things that you can do in this game for defender purposes. Mean Look can be really good. Foul Play can be really good. Snarl, Wish, amazing. And then its Unite move is really good at, survivability. Again, you see the opposing Blastoise using their Unite move. What do? You Unite. You take that entire shield for yourself. And then we got Mamoswine. Mamoswine is a very good example of tanky and oppressive. Extremely good example. It can deal a lot of good damage. Aggressive Mamoswine is probably the best way to play him. Because again, if you have a look at his ability, every time the Pokemon deals damage, defense and special attack and special defense are increased up to 3 times. So if you have that tied in with weakness policy, resonant guard, muscle band, or something along those lines, it can be extremely good, especially early. Early Mamoswine is great. Never play it in jungle, always play it in lane. But see, these are just some of the differences between the roles, which is why it's so important to, one, understand what each role does. What is the underlying thing that each role needs to be doing, right? And then you go to attackers. Alright, attackers, deal damage. Defenders, defend. All-rounders, they can do a little bit of everything. Supports, they are meant to support the team, whether it be through healing, stunning the other team. Honestly, it just depends on, what you kind of go for. And then, of course, speedsters. Speedsters are the typical jungle choice, like you get a Zoroark, you want him going in jungle, right? And then he comes in, deals a lot of heavy burst damage, which is really good against lower level Pokemon. And then the reason why Zoroark's probably the best speedster right now is because he still does extremely well in the end, because he can get in and get out as quickly as you see him, And yeah, that's, man, there is just a lot that you need to understand and know about Pokemon and roles and builds and things like that when it comes to certain Pokemon. And also just understanding the game in general. Because if we look at, let's just have a look at the newest release, right? Phalanx. All-rounder, we've been getting quite a few recently. What is he good at? So the game also gives little indications of what they're good at. Offense, endurance, mobility, support, scoring. Okay, and that's not super direct with what you need to do, right? So you need attack, weight, weakness policy, AOS, cookie, something like that. Because you're being very oppressive. You're moving around. You're doing all kinds of things with Phalanx, honestly. Still, Megahorn No Retreat is really good. No Retreat, Iron Head, Beat Up. Again, you can play all these different kinds of things, and all-arounders can be super versatile, which is why a Pokemon like Zacian might outperform things like Miraidon. Like, there is so many differences when it comes to Pokemon and roles and things like that. And you need to understand all these things. But yeah, so in the future, I'm gonna have a couple videos. It might take a little while for me to get back into the swing of things and start recording again and doing that, but yeah. Man, I need some water. How do you get a following? Man, what I would give to have like 20 people just sitting there listening to that entire rant and enjoying it. You know what I mean? I mean, on Twitch, I think I set up the follower goal. Okay. Let's get back to the dragon event. Actually, how long have I been streaming? Okay. Alright, I've been streaming for about an hour. Oh gosh. I think when I was at school, there were some people who did like it was a weird like version of a TED talk. It was like a TED talk for like teens and stuff. Sorry, you saying that just reminded me of that, because like everyone in my grade had an opportunity to do that. Gosh, yeah, I'll do a TED talk about Pokemon, you know. No, that Toastmasters? I don't think I've ever heard that. Toastmasters? It might have been? I have no idea. It was like a TED Talk visionary or something. I can't fully remember. Oh, okay, this is a good chance to test out Garchomp. I'll get rid of this. Let's do scope lens. No, it was exactly that. It was Toastmasters. The name wasn't ringing a bell, but then I but no, that is exactly what it was. And Maridon is not doing anything. All knowing. Alright. Let's just try and rip this. Hey, I got it. Nice. Oh, what? Damn. You have crazy foresight. Why are the 3 down there? That's my question. Oh my god, I couldn't do anything. Okay, this is a bit rough, but I can keep trying. It's just the stunning. The stunning from Dragonite is so rough. Wow. Well, at least everyone decided to come up top and help. Okay, well, I'll head bot then. Okay. Oof. Oof. Nah, Dragonite is probably just the best choice in this. Like, Gudra is also a very good choice, I will say. That was a bit too close. Alright. Yeah, head top. That killed him? What? He was in the air. What? What? I haven't seen that. How? Did he die to me or thunder? Okay. I don't know why they surrendered. I thought they were doing fairly well. I was doing poorly. Yeah, Dragonite is just crazy good. I think it's in this mode in general, you just have to run full heal. Unless you're Gudra, and then you can do like potion. Yeah, you would just have to run full heal. There we go. All right. Yeah, I did see that. That looked like it would be pretty fun. It reminds me of, I remember when I was playing Splatoon ages ago. Like in Splatoon 1, when I was playing with friends and stuff, there was something we'd do which is very similar. We would have 4 people on the opposing team, and I think 1 on the other, and we'd all just be trying to find one person. No, other way around. Very similar to the rules that you had listed for this. No, not this. Oh no. Yeah. Okay. We're good. We're good. Why so many Dragapult? Yeah, I'm also surprised at that. Like, it seems like the kind of game that you could do that. But also just community stuff, right? Why so many Dragapults? Anyway, this time we're doing Outrage. Oh, he hasn't got anything. Well, that's my bad. Alright, well, I got extreme speed now, so I can just be really annoying. Alright. Oh, come on, dude. Why didn't you help? You could have so helped in that instance. Oh well. Ugh, bot's getting overrun. Oh, what? I was right there. He didn't try and move where he was going? Let's let's try and go bot. Okay, this is broken in this mode. My word. Dun, dun. And you're dead. Okay. Maridon actually decently makes a good counter against it because of Electro Drift, though. And I figured that out last game when I played Maridon. It was pretty good against it. But again, I think Maridon's just good. Just full stop. Good in general. Let's see how we can do this. Oh, I thought maybe they would try and push a little bit more with that. Oh, but you're dead. You're dead. You're dead. Get over here. Nice. I didn't mean to pop that. Oh well. Nice. You're mine. If you just reveal yourself, we'll all be over soon. You're dead. Yeah, I think there's a clear victor here. Let's just jump on here. Okay. Okay. Oh, damn it. Oh well. But that XP shit, assault vest? You can never escape it. Oh, you're not scoring that. Yeah, we're in full fury, not... Man. Oh, you're dead. Oh, prolonging, eh? What? Where? Okay. I confused my monkey brain. Let's just do this, shall we? No! Oh, damn it. Well, I mean, it's pretty, pretty self-explanatory how this game went, I think. It's 3 Dracopods. That's what this mode is. It's nonsense. Yeah, I think there's a clear victor when it comes to what Pokemon performs well in this. Dragonite Outrage is a bit oppressive. Just a bit, I think. Alright, let's go for one more. This time, is there one that I haven't played yet? I think I've played all of them. I could be wrong. Because I had a game with Maridon, had a game with Goodra, Dracopol. I haven't played Duraludon because I feel like he's going to be bad. Yeah, who knows? Oh, I wish we just had full Fury battles, because I was thinking about Duraludon, and then I thought of his move Stealth Rock. I'm like, oh, Crustle. Crustle in this mode was the most fun. I had so much fun playing Crusted and Full Fury battles. Oh, by far, it is so much fun. Unbelievably fun. And yet they added the catch 'em mode for good and not Full Fury battles. I wonder why. It's because I know everyone would just play that instead. No, play our ranked matches, please. Also, when it comes to the Hollowware, I'm definitely grabbing the Dragapult one. Definitely. I love the Dragapult one. Crazy Scientist? Blue? Like, you could get the, what's it called? The Goodra one? Because the Goodra one is specific for this event. It's a brand new Hollowware. I don't have any Hollowware for Goodra, but I also don't have any for Dragapult. And who do I play more? But I also don't have any for Duraludon, but the one for him isn't... I just find it awkward the way he wears clothes, because it covers his whole back. I like the, I think it's the Guardian style, where it's just like over the shoulder. I like that one. Oh, this is a slow clear. Oh my god. I figured maybe Dragon Pulse, because Flash Cannon you're just stationary, right? But in this your boosted attacks are also like going through the roof. Oof. Yikes. I thought Stealth Rock maybe, but apparently not. Because I thought it would maybe stack, so it's not just two, but it would be like multiple. But the Immobilize is good. Okay, got that. Oh boy. Knocked me out of my Unite move? Excuse me? Excuse me? What? Okay. That's cool, I guess. What? I was right there. Okay, well, he's dealt with. Oh my god, hi. Oh well. Okay, maybe the basic attacks are pretty good. Because in my head I was like, okay, yeah, choose the Pokemon with like the best skills. Because, you know, Full Fury. But I also forget that it boosts up your auto attacks like crazy. Or at the very least in terms of how often they do it. Oh, 25, perfect. That's funny. Just not allowed to go there. Woof. having the 3 is pretty good. Oh, they surrendered. Okay. Okay, maybe not too bad. You just have to know how to do it. Because you can just kind of spam Stealth Rock, and then if you just have it on a person like Garchomp, they just kind of stay in place. But they also have dash moves, so it's not super there. I guess the one that would probably work best against would be Pokemon like Dragapult, Goodra, I would also argue. But yeah, actually not too bad. Definitely Dragonite. If you just want to kind of get up in people's business and kind of destroy them in this mode, just play Dragonite. Alright, and before I end stream, let's quickly go over everything with the Dragon event. Okay. So of course, Dragon Carnival bonus, if you get any EOS gems, you get 6,000 coins. Full burst battle, Dragon Dust type. You can choose 2 of any of the Dragon type Pokemon to prioritize your quests around. So I chose Dragapult and Goodra. So you can see here, pull more than 2 Pokemon from the opposing team with Goodra's Power Whip, knock out a Pokemon from the opposing team while using Dragapult's Dragon Dance, and reset the move's cooldown. So you can see that a lot of them still remain the same. It's just you get these 2 quests that are specific to the 2 Pokemon that you choose. So for this, I would definitely choose probably Dragonite and then Goodra, because those 2 probably seem like they're going to be the best choices for this. Of course, there's the shop here. This is where you would get licenses for 10, which is super cheap. Super cheap. You can get Raihan stuff that you might have missed out on last time. You can get coins, which I'm actually going to grab. Wait. Is that just going to be 5? No. Okay. That actually gave a lot of coins. That's good. And then of course there's 50. Okay, these are some pretty good rewards actually. And then of course the Raihan suit. There's the Raihan trainer profile. Then there's these full missions. So you have the general daily missions right here, which defeat Rayquaza in the. All of these are within the quick event right here, except for Hollow Air Effect Spray. That's just wherever. So defeat Rayquaza, defeat Regidrago, win, participate in full burst battle with a friend, and then use Hollow Air Effect Spray. And then of course there's the repeatable missions down here. So every time you win, you get 50 of these points, and then each time you win a ranked match, you get 30. Participate in a ranked match, you get 1. Participate casual, you get 20. And then if you participate in a quick battle other than the full burst battle, you get 20. Now, looking over here, this is all the events that you get for doing the full burst battle Dragon Dust Up missions. So currently I have 530 because I've been doing the full burst battle Dragon Dust Up, right? So I currently have 530, so I'm up to here. And you can see this is where you get the Hollow Air. So here at 200, you get a badge, which you can then put on your Unite snapshot to show that you got this far in the Dragon Dust Up. Then there's the Rayquaza hat, in case you don't own that already. You see how it looks. And then, of course, the one that everyone's going to be trying to get to, but you need 6,000 points for it, is the Unite Selection Box, which you will be able to choose any of the dragon types that you want available in the game there. And then the very last one is the Hollow Air Selection Box, where you will be able to choose any of the Hollow Air selected from up there, which that Garchomp legendary hardware is looking like a lot of people are going to choose it. And I actually didn't know that was one of the options, in all honesty. But again, you need to get 8,000 points with this. There's no way to do this with AR streams either, so you need to participate fully in order to get them. Yeah, there's no way to pay your way out of this one. Of course, again, solo challenge is still up, but there is. So I went over Dust Up, I went over this. Yeah, okay. Dragon Carnival license bonus. If you have all 6, you get a free lens for your character. Which looks like this, and I can quickly show you what that looks like, but before then, there's also the special shop that you have access to right now. And then, of course, there's a lot of discounts on HoloWare, some up to even 50% off. Such as this one, which I like quite a lot, so I might actually get it. There's also Dragonite HoloWare, the Holiday, same with Garchomp. There's the Rayquaza outfit as well. But again, all of this is through gems. Some of the ones that you didn't have, if you didn't get when it was first released, you have another chance to get it again. So there's the Holiday style for Goodra, Dark Magician style, and then the Marine style Dragonite. The failing Battle Pass? Was the next Battle Pass already leaked? If it has, I have not heard about it. But I believe that's pretty much everything to do with the Dragon Carnival. Oh yeah, it goes for 21 days, or 27 days, sorry. The special shop only goes for 21 days. But the event itself goes for a month, 27 days right now. So you have plenty of time to go through and get all this stuff done. Yeah, they've been doing that for all the new releases now, haven't they been? But you gotta pay in order to just play it the week of release, which is fun. I mean, for all the people who like play for free, like you just have to wait a whole other week and then you'll be able to get it from the store. But it also just means if a Pokemon, like let's say Mewtwo Y came out, everyone who doesn't have no, yeah, Mewtwo Y and X are a very good example because you can only get it through the event. So people who paid to get through the entire event, they got access to a very powerful Pokemon very early, and against everyone who was, you know, playing for free, which is a large portion of the Unite community, they were in a massive disadvantage. And the same thing is going with Phalanx. It's a pretty good release, you know, like it's extremely strong, but the thing that makes it alright is that there's so many counters to it, right? Like there's Venusaur, there's Ninetales, there is Scizor, there is Lapras, there's Azumarill, there is Blaziken, there's Metagross, there's Lucario, there's Zoroark, there's Aegislash. Aegislash is crazy good against it. Cramorant, Meowscarada. There's so many good counters against it, which is kind of what makes it, I guess, not as impressive as it would be, but at the same time, it's still very, very, very good. Very good Pokemon. But yeah, I think that will be all from me for the stream today. How long have I been going for? Roughly an hour and 40. Yeah, roughly an hour and 40. Yeah, where, because for me it's like 3 p.m. But yeah, that's all for me today for stream. Everyone who's joined, thank you so much for sticking in and watching. 7 p.m. Okay, so it's not a huge time difference, but still. Thank you, Restream. Thank you very much. My goodness. Anyway, let me actually get this outro done. Thank you everyone for chiming in, watching. Those who have stayed, thank you very much. And don't forget to, if you're watching over on Twitch, don't forget to follow, as it does really help with spreading my content. And if you really are enjoying my content, please don't forget to follow. If you're watching over on YouTube, please don't forget to subscribe and like the video, as it really does help me out, and actually shows that you're enjoying the content that I'm creating. So again, thank you all for joining into this stream. I hope you all have a lovely day, afternoon, night, wherever you may be. And remember to stay hydrated, as that is very important. Thank you again for joining in the stream. And that is all from me. Yeah, go eat your dinner. Alright, see yous.